Throughout history, prayer has often been viewed as a mysterious act, reserved for moments of desperation or solemn ritual. Yet, at its heart, prayer is an intimate dialogue with the boundless, creative force of the universe, a tool of transformation accessible to anyone, at any moment. But why do some prayers seem to fall flat, while others infuse our lives with change, healing, and a deep sense of peace? The answer lies not in the asking, but in how we ask, and in the consciousness we cultivate as we pray. Drawing inspiration from the teachings of Susan Shumsky, the practice of effective prayer emerges as both an art and a science, a process of aligning oneself with the divine presence and, step by step, building a clear channel for spiritual communication and manifesting positive results. Here, we explore 9 essential steps to creating prayers that get results, a journey not just of words, but of intention, trust, and receptivity. Step 1. Prepare your inner sanctuary. Before uttering a single word, preparation is key. True prayer begins with cultivating a sacred inner space, free from distraction and worldly noise. Set aside external concerns and take a few moments to quiet your mind. Breathe deeply, in and out, focusing your attention on the rise and fall of your breath. As you center yourself, relax your body, letting go of tension. Imagine yourself entering a sanctuary, a peaceful, welcoming space where you can rest in the presence of the divine, however you envision it. This intentional shift is more than a practical necessity. It is a conscious act of respect for the spiritual connection you are about to forge. By stepping into this internal temple, you open yourself to the subtle whispers of inspiration, wisdom, and love. Step 2. Attune to divine presence. Next, become aware that you are not alone. The heart of prayer is communion, a mutual meeting between your spirit and a higher intelligence. Whether you conceive of this as God, the universe, spirit, or your own higher self, meditate for a moment on the idea that this presence is close at hand, loving, attentive, and always available. Some find it helpful to inwardly affirm, "The divine presence is here with me now. I am loved, supported, and guided." Others visualize a golden light enveloping them or sense a gentle warmth filling their heart. By attuning to this presence, you shift out of the mindset of lack and separation and into a state of unity and receptivity. This spiritual orientation forms the foundation for prayers that truly move mountains. Step 3. Establish clear intent. Effective prayer is focused and specific. Imagine walking into a busy restaurant and telling the waiter, "Bring me some food." The outcome would be uncertain at best. Prayer works in much the same way. Clarity of purpose yields clear results. Take time to clarify what you are asking for. Is it healing, guidance, a solution to a problem, inner peace, or abundance? Frame your intention as positively as possible, focusing on what you do want rather than what you wish to avoid. Avoid vague requests like "make things better," and instead craft a concise affirmation. "I ask for wisdom in resolving the situation," or "I invite healing and renewal into my body and mind." Setting a clear, heartfelt intention not only directs your prayer, but also mobilizes your subconscious mind to align with your desired outcome. Step 4. Use affirmative language. The words you choose shape the energy of your prayer. Traditional prayers often plead for intervention, emphasize a sense of unworthiness, or focus on problems. By contrast, prayers that get results are spoken in affirmative, confident language. Declare your desired outcome as if it is already unfolding, trusting in the benevolent intelligence that responds to every heartfelt request. Instead of saying, "Please help me to not be sick," affirm, "I am open to the flow of divine health and vitality." Instead of, "I am not afraid," declare, "I am safe, protected, and guided." Affirmative language envisions success and plants it firmly in your consciousness, preparing your mind to accept the blessing you seek. If you find negative thoughts arising, gently redirect them. Move from focusing on lack to picturing fulfillment. Words are powerful tools. Use them with care and intention. Step 5. Surrender attachment to outcome. One of the greatest obstacles to effective prayer is clinging to a specific outcome or expecting results on your terms and timetable. While clarity of intent is important, results are best realized by releasing attachment to who and when your prayer will be answered. After voicing your request, consciously surrender it to the divine, trusting that your needs will be met in the highest and best way, even if that looks different than you imagine. A simple statement like, "This, or something better, now manifests for me under grace," opens the door to surprising and creative solutions. Surrender is not passive resignation. It is an active partnership with spiritual intelligence. You do your part by asking, and then step back to allow the universe to respond, knowing that you are always supported. Step 6. Listen for guidance. Many approach prayer as a one-way conversation, sending petitions heavenward and then moving busily on with their day. Yet the most powerful prayers involve listening as well as speaking. After making your request, pause and allow silence to fill your awareness. Open your inner ears to any intuitive nudges, images, sensations, or ideas that may arise. Guidance often comes in subtle forms: a sense of peace, a flash of insight, a gentle inner prompting to take a specific action. If nothing seems to happen, trust that the seeds you have planted are taking root. Sometimes answers or inspiration emerge later, unbidden, when you least expect them. The key is to approach prayer with an open mind and a willingness to be led in new and creative ways. Step 7. Express gratitude. Gratitude is the engine that accelerates the result of your prayer. Giving thanks, even before you see tangible evidence, signals your trust that your request has been heard and is already unfolding in perfect timing. Gratitude also expands your consciousness, lifting your focus to the abundance and blessings that are already present. Take a moment to voice your thanks. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for the healing that is now taking place. Thank you for the wisdom to navigate this challenge. Sincere appreciation deepens your connection to the divine and keeps your heart open to receive. Even in difficult circumstances, there is always something to be thankful for. A lesson learned, an opportunity revealed, support from others, or the simple gift of breath. Cultivate gratitude, and you will find that more and more flows into your life to appreciate. Step 8. Take inspired action. Prayer is not a substitute for action. Rather, it is a catalyst. Having prayed, watch for opportunities to move forward, guided by intuition and insight. Action taken from a place of spiritual alignment is powerful and effective, not born of frantic worry, but of quiet assurance. If you receive inspiration or a nudge to make a phone call, reach out for help, change a habit, or take another concrete step, follow through. Sometimes the answer to your prayer is realized through your own actions. Doors open, connections are made, dreams are brought to life as you participate in the unfolding of your request. Trust that even small steps, when made in faith, move you closer to the fulfillment of your intention. Step 9. Reflect and renew. After completing your prayer, take time periodically to reflect on your progress and renew your practice. Observe any shifts in your external situation, but also note changes within yourself. Increased peace, patience, confidence, or clarity. Sometimes answers come in forms you did not anticipate. Pay attention to these nudges and blessings. If doubt arises, return to your inner sanctuary and reaffirm your intention, using the steps outlined above. Spiritual growth is an ongoing journey. Each prayer deepens your relationship with the divine and unlocks new levels of wisdom and support. Over time, you may discover that your prayers are not just changing circumstances, but are transforming you from the inside out, awakening your true potential as a co-creator with the universe, bringing it all together. The act of effective prayer is not about convincing a reluctant deity or manipulating fate, but about aligning yourself with the creative flow of life. When you prepare your inner space, attune to the divine presence, clearly state your intentions, use affirmative language, surrender your expectations, listen for guidance, express gratitude, take inspired action, and reflect on your journey, you engage in a dance with the infinite, a process that is both deeply personal and universally accessible. Prayer transforms from a last resort into a daily practice of empowerment, healing, and conscious creation. Each moment of mindful prayer strengthens your spiritual muscles, teaching you to trust in your innate worthiness and the endless resources of the universe. Consider how these steps can be woven into the fabric of your everyday life. Whether you are seeking healing for yourself or a loved one, clarity in your work, harmony in relationships, or simply a greater sense of purpose, the principles remain the same. Picture yourself cultivating an unshakable trust in the divine, letting go of worry and stepping forward. Guided by wisdom and courage, if you encounter resistance, the voice that says, "Who am I to ask? Will anyone listen?" Gently remind yourself that your desire for connection is itself an invitation from the divine. You are never alone, and every sincere prayer is heard, a more intimate relationship with Spirit. As you practice these 9 steps, you will notice an increased intimacy with your own spirit and with the presence of the divine. Prayer becomes less of a transaction and more of a transformative relationship, a continual conversation with the ultimate source of love, wisdom, and power. In moments when doubts linger or answers seem delayed, trust that every sincere prayer is like a seed planted in fertile ground. Some seeds sprout quickly, others require patience and nurturing. Regardless of the timeline, know that your efforts are never wasted. The process itself is building your faith, resilience, and capacity to love. There is no need for elaborate words or spiritual credentials. Authenticity is the only requirement. The universe responds to the language of the heart, embodying the power of prayer. Start today. Set aside a few minutes to prepare your sacred space, attune to the divine, and speak your prayer from the deepest part of your soul. Give shape to your vision with clear affirmative words. Surrender your request with gentle trust. Listen for the quiet voice within, and give thanks for all that is unfolding. Act on the inspiration you receive, step by step, and reflect on the blessings that emerge as you move forward. As you do, you may find that, more than outcomes, you gain a new way of seeing the world, a conviction that you are guided, loved, and empowered beyond measure. Each prayer becomes a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life, painting new possibilities on the canvas of the present. The ancient mystics taught that prayer is the highest act of the soul, not because it changes the divine, but because it transforms the one who prays. Through the sacred practice of conscious prayer, miracles become not rare events, but the natural expression of a life lived in partnership with Spirit. So, as you continue on your journey, remember these 9 steps as guideposts, timeless principles that open the door to greater peace, purpose, and joy. Wherever you are, whatever you seek, the way is clear. Step into the sanctuary within and begin the conversation that has the power to change everything.